think it is. If I'm right, it's on. I can figure out by going to my own stream here and move it. But I have chat up there, so that's nice. I'll always have chat up. You'll be able to see your own chats. Cool, yes. Don't know how you chat with those friends. It just kind of appears. Oh god, everyone's gone. Yeah, that's my yeah. I should probably get this started now. Well, I mean, at least get it ready. Because I want to start at least about 5 minutes earlier than I would have expected. To compensate for pause breaks, which might happen a few times. I'd like to get this done before, like in the early hours of the 9. So I'll be using the Cayman GT4 Salzburg, thanks to delivery, so it's not a club sport. This is going to be an endurance of the 12-hour region. 12 million credits. Great start, because I want carnage. No boost. No excuses. No boost, no excuses. Slipstream strength, strong, because why not? Tire wear, 2x, to simulate a 24-hour event. Professional, group 3, no penalties. And where's the damage? Heavy mechanical damage, because, well, that's what made me the most mad out of all things, other than getting turned and then having that mechanical damage come into effect, which also pissed me off greatly. Hopefully the Canadian AI car in a Lexus RCF GT3 is not here. Because he really did not make me happy, and he's an AI. Sometimes the AI in this game are just like, come up and like, fuck you, and they just everything. But it was easy to dump the M4, because it's just a brick. And the M4 is a good car, but it was not really that great. Like, it had a really twitchy back end. It wasn't the most easy to control car. Not that the Porsche obviously is, but it's a much easier to control car. Therefore, I feel like it'll do better. And I also had issues with the pedals. There's this whole thing that's supposed to, like, the pedals touch it. So therefore, the system knows that you've hit, like, the maximum point. So therefore, the brakes or the throttle accelerator actually come into effect. The throttle wasn't coming into effect because that piece went missing. So I had to steal the piece that's there to limit the amount of acceleration with the piece that was on the brakes. Because the brakes are not as important as the accelerator. Only having about half braking versus only having half acceleration, it's detrimental. Anyways, I've got a new system on keeping the brakes in check. Miniature rubber tire from like a Hot Wheels car. Because a dime won't fit. And that's the smallest coin known to human beings. It also make a great cleaning noise if it actually worked. Unlike the tire, which makes no noise, and I just need Scotch tape to put in place. Now I can think of it, enough tape should do the job itself. The tape would probably end up getting the pedal stuck. But I'm going to stick a tire to this bit of tape so that that pedal won't get stuck. The tire is there to keep the brakes in check so that I don't have absolutely no braking randomly into one corner. Homemade. That's actually working pretty smoothly. I've done a repair on the car rig thing. The race even began, and now I can get my testing session tape off of the wheel. That's that. think I hear a rotary. Cat. And they start in about 2 minutes. Just gonna get the word out. I don't know why I'm attracted to that. All the things, but don't tell me I doesn't care. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say there. Okay. I would like someone to be here when I started the race, but might not be the case. Because I don't think that I'm going to have that choice when no one's here and I inevitably just start. But I've told a few people I'm live. I am. It's quite obvious. I'm on air. It even tells me. It also very nicely makes my screen a good chunk smaller, which makes it slightly harder to focus. But at least this isn't an NFS game, because for some reason my eyes can no longer keep up with NFS 2015. I guess it's because just how it works. This race may not end at 9 exactly too. Probably won't. Because the race would have to go into time and then everything has to line up perfectly. I might go to like 9 minutes 10, because that's how runoff works. Anyways, yeah, it's 8:55. Starting 5 minutes earlier than the last time. It's precaution. I'm gonna see if the brakes will initiate perfectly, like they should, and turn my light off. It's time to get started. So move this closer to me so people can actually hear my voice. Well, it looks like I'm gonna restart this race quickly, because I did not. So weird suddenly. Until the first corner was just a traffic jam. And me bumping into a Ford GT LM spec test car. I did not practice for this at all. I'm up to 8th already. I didn't even mean to do that. Whatever I did, I did. I'll take this Lamborghini here. I don't know if I've got him. No, I don't know. He slowed up a lot there. I just slowed to avoid hitting him. AI is going to be hard to deal with. I don't think my brakes are 100% in service, and that's why I started before 9 o'clock. Oh, now I got up to 8 so quickly. I was starting 11th. That's a cheat. I need to start from the back. I wonder why it was so hard to get to the inside. I was starting so high up. This race is going to start precisely when I wanted it to. On accident. Or precisely when I was supposedly set to do it. So, afternoon, because I don't need to deal with darkness yet. That's the next time I do one of these. Endurance. 24 hours, grid start, boost none, tire wear 2, fuel consumption 2, starting grid 20. I made that a 24-hour race. It's 12, GR 3, about 2,400,000 there. I'm just gonna make sure I have the damage on. As long as I finish in the top 6, I get 1,000,000 credits. 1,000,000 credits is still nice. I mean, nobody's watching, which is perfectly fine. I don't care. You can go back, anyone can go back and rewatch this, so it's not that I'm too worried about it. It's mainly just winning this race. And I have to be in interior view because, specifically, you're not driving a car by looking at the outside of it. And when you are, if you were, and you might, in a challenge or something like that, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird. You're like, what the heck? This doesn't feel right. I should be inside this thing, like looking at the wheel and everything, but instead I'm seeing the outside of this thing and trying to drive it. I feel so scared. Okay, who am I racing? Oh no, the Canadian is back, isn't he? The Canadian is back in 18th to haunt me. No, it's not. It's a... God, learn to drive, buddy. I have to put on my brakes for that. Put on my brakes I'm already unsure about. I gotta retry this. You gotta get the start correct. You don't want damage to start a race. In the M4, you had to baby it a bit. Get it off the line. This thing, you just go. The 4GT alone. There's 458 in the way. I'm glad I made an adjustment to the brake and accelerator pedal. Bad chair setup. Should get a bit closer to the so I can relax my stance. I did not successfully set this chair for a relaxed stance. Well, this came just quick. I'm gonna go underneath the Audi here. I'm trying to put on my brakes. Past that Supra. That might have been an FT1. I think it was an FT1. Get some speed here. This car actually has more downforce than the M4 did. M4 had more than the M4 had because that would make it a bit better in cornering. A bit more stable, I should say. I feel like also seasoned my skills slightly. Car can make a difference. Some cars are just ridiculously hard to drive. Some aren't just ridiculously hard to drive. And the M4, I'd have had it there. And it's not like I have TCS on. Run through the menu so you know that I don't. Oh, right, this lovely ooze. Bit of an issue. Suddenly, struggling to see a bit. My eyes are still adjusting a little bit. My eyes didn't really have to adjust for the first time I did this because I restarted the race like 60,000 times before I got the run that I ended up not finishing. Porsche is a bit more forgiving than the BMW was, I believe. The Porsche has already surely been a lot more forgiving than the BMW ever was. BMW was just having going around in circles there. Porsche has been going actually forwards. And I conceded to that nice Salzburg livery that I quite like. Goodness, that was close. Didn't even made it through though. Of course, it didn't spin out like the M4 would have, and then I would have been like, ah. The M4 took not too much skill, but there more patience in this car did, and I like this better anyway. It looks better than the M4 in my opinion. It's the best. It's my favorite Porsche actually. If I'd have a Porsche, I would definitely have this one. I aspire to own a Cayman GT4 one day. Put a nice big fat Salzburg livery on it. A bit of tire speed just to let me know that it's not the world's easiest car to drive. This is going a lot better than the last attempt was. I had already been in last, limping a dead car home. Just hoping that I can get to the pits without sustaining more damage. Also not being quite as aggressive as I was last time. Oof. Also a bit of grip there. This car really is forgiving, but it likes to screech. It likes to make the tires screech. No doubt about that. Coming to the sand. The first bit of sand, then stretch, and then another bit of sand. This is where everybody messes up. Why is that GTR got, why has he got his turning signal on? What the hell is he doing? Going slow. If you're trying to let me pass the Nurburgring by moving over a bit, it's not going to really work on anything, so I'm just going to take the grass to make that pass. No damage to the car, thankfully we barely rubbed him. Okay, let's keep it going. And there goes the damage. This car is a bit tough on the big old hills, but I've got no engine damage. I've got a bit of light front end damage and front right wheel. Nothing to worry about. I can just complete this run and bring the thing back to the pits once I've done so, or once I've completed my run, and just take a bit longer than the pits to fix it. This car might bounce up a down a bit. Jesus. Watch out for curves in this thing. I've got about... this thing's not quite as fuel efficient as the M4 was. Got about 4 laps remaining. Nah, it's just about as fuel efficient. This car's in the same group. And this car has not been too affected by its damage. So on lap 4, I'll come in, pit, tires, fuel, fix it. That was a bit. That was some turmoil. At least I'm on the podium after the first lap. Can't be mad with that. It was a not very fun experience at the end of that lap. Brakes are not this car's thing, so I gotta know that. Brake shift down. There's throttle. Keep alive. Looks like you put a save. Oh god. I'll spun it. We gotta let this R35 by. Be a bit aggressive over here. This car, if you floor it, you'll understeer. If you get curves, it spins out. So, identify the car you're driving and know how to drive it. Not to mention it's damaged, so that's not going to help anything. It won't turn quite as good as it did a hot minute ago. But it'll still fling it. Still fling it down the straight and kick everybody else's butt, even though this is group 4 and everything else is group 3. Man, I really had to put full input in now. My hands are not straight on this wheel when I'm going in a straight line. They are towards the right. Because I had a very controlled spin at the end of lap 1. Passing here can be a bit tricky. Thanks, it's a good sector for passing coming right up. It would be much easier to pass if this thing had straight alignment and I hadn't wrecked it. Oh gosh. I'm not gonna get in there. Flooring it. I can't see anything. He's gone off. I couldn't see anything. He was blocking my view. Here I go. With a pass. Pin it. I got him. No, I'm not going to shift. Part of that section was just a single hand at this point. lost back in grip. And I'm being hit. Oh god. I'm losing it. Down to 6. Is that motor damage? Shit. I've lost it. I've completely lost it. I'm dead. Fucking turn. Piece of shit. Poor GT just wants to run away, doesn't he? Found a way to screw it up early race. This car's really good when there's no damage, but when there is damage, it's hopeless. Screw it around with full GT, because it's like I've got max engine damage. Put him out of his misery. Oh damn, this thing's slow. When it's damaged, it's like a Porsche Boxster from 1996. Fast enough for the average Joe, but not for me. Legend of the RCF. He made it pretty high up, to be honest. Look at the Ferrari, he just said fuck you. Peugeot, Lexus. The car is very easy to drive when it's very damaged because that means that I can't go fast. But it's very easy to drive for all the wrong reasons. Because it's slow. One RCF and then another RCF. I'm not going to get freight trained on this section of the track. Not happening. That ought to do some damage to the Renault. I don't have to break through that section either. There are certain perks to not having full power. You don't always have to brake every 5 seconds. I'm glad I'm not in last. I wasn't in last when I hit that wall and damaged the car because I still have some slipstream help. Why would I even take the carousel when I could just be thick? That almost worked. Car track's a bit left still. Go through here quicker than anyone else would have expected. Nearly wide open. I don't like a 1996 Boxster in this kind of race. I don't know, but I gotta say I'm doing pretty damn well for a damaged car. I'm just showing the car no mercy and saying, look, we're not nursing back to the pits, we're getting our ass back there, and we're going to get there as quick as we can. There's not enough power to actually make the car understeer, so that's a perk of being damaged. And I can't go flying when I hit a hill or a curb because I'm not going fast enough to do that. That was a dumb idea, taking that wide open. Took me out of the draft. With him. Oh, let's go. Slam. I got shunted by NSX. You're telling me he's got no damage. He's gotta have aero damage at the least. NSX is not running with a fresh pair of legs. It's worn. This Aston can wait until I get my ass on the straight pass because that gives him a safe passing environment. And that means I made it the outlet without having to come into the pits. Ow, 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 my head. Okay, let the Aston by because he's actually going to give us some formidable slipstream. Golf go by too. 17th. My head hurts. We're almost a minute back now. What the hell? Got all the space in the world and you still managed to hit me. Now the car is even slower because you damaged it even further. Now I haven't even got the legs for slipstream in fourth. His head. I don't even have to slow down here because there's nothing slowing down to do. I think racing super soft tires actually work pretty well. I've got 3 laps in the tank. I can even get that up to 5. But I believe this car only does about 4 laps on its fuel. Now let's see what it can get. 4.9. Did I hit before him? Not last. Now let's just drive the damn car. I can't take that corner for shit. The damn forward didn't seem to be an issue, but Cayman doesn't seem very happy when he comes to that corner. And then they say good seats are key to comfortable driving for 12 hours or something like that. I'm using the metal fold-out chair, so yeah, my back's gonna hurt after this. Having those supports on the chair for 12 hours while moving about sounds fun for my back. Up to fourth in a critical moment to save the car. Not that I was going to hit a wall, because by the time I would have lost it and just open field and spinning. There are many things I'd rather be doing than this right now. I could just go do them. But I committed to this. Power of a slide. This car is not as easy to drive as I made it out to be. It's one tough cookie. Treat me well, Cayman. Give me victory. I got a lift to avoid lift off. Turn. Down fourth, steering and pin. possible to do this. I'm only 35 minutes into this stream. I already want to stop. Because I could give two shits less about this whole... Why am I even doing this on a Friday night? I could be doing this on a Saturday night, which would be a much nicer night to do it. Because I won't be so tired from... Yeah, I probably should stop this actually. Yeah, I'm gonna stop. I don't think Friday's a very good day to do this. Because I'm going into it tired because I had a day. I just had a whole week of stuff. I did things. So I'm a bit tired and I want to not be committed to doing something right now. So I'm just gonna stop. I'll probably delete this stream. No one watched it. No effect on my channel. Good night. Why am I even saying good night? No one's here.